Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a great day. I went to the mall today and I found so many cool things, but more importantly, I found Ryan some shoes that he actually likes, which I'm actually really surprised about. So he got some really cute Air Jordans that are like black, white, and yellow, but it's like a dark brown yellow, like a mustard brown. And they look so cute on him. And he was like, he's flat-footed, right? So his ankles roll in. And so when I was watching him walk from behind, you could see his ankles coming down towards the ground, like rolling in. And so I can't wait till I made a podiatrist appointment for him for next week. And so I'm curious to see like what the podiatrist says and like if they like what they can recommend for inserts or what kind of shoes he can wear. But like, I want him to still be able to wear shoes that he likes. Like, is that a thing? Like if they say, oh, you have to wear these inserts or whatever, can you, like, I don't know. I don't want to wear shoes that aren't his style, like Velcro shoes or something. You know what I mean? Like I want him to still be able to express himself with his style, you know, like that's what I'm worried about. So thank you so much. My brother is very flat-footed and my brother's son is flat-footed also. Yay, Katie, I'm so excited. My feet are the same. Yeah, I can totally color match you. If you, sorry guys, sorry. I went to go copy and paste this and then I lost the thing. I'm sorry. Okay. If you want to get a free color match for makeup, just comment or send me a text or comment the word match and I have it set up to send you the color match form right away so that you don't have to wait for me to reply. Well, when he wears his Crocs, he really likes them. So he likes the Crocs a lot. And they don't bother him at all. But whenever he wears, like, he's been wearing Under Armours for basically ever. Like, that's the only shoe that he's really cared for. But now he likes high tops. And, you know, he's 10. So I think he's finding a little bit more of his personal style. And I think that's really cool. And so, especially right now when he is kind of coming into that age where he is finding his personal style, I kind of don't want that to be taken away from him because of his feet. So I hope that the podiatrist gives alternatives to, or gives options where he can still wear shoes that he likes. You know what I mean? And if that means getting like, I just inhaled my makeup remover wipe. I have inserts. Okay, so inserts that can be worn with mini shoes. Okay, so that makes me feel better. But he likes the high tops and he specifically likes the Jordans, which, by the way, if you go on Nike's website right now, these glasses really sat on my nose all day. If you go on Nike's website right now, they have a whole huge selection of kids shoes, well, all the shoes, women's, men's, kids, shoes that are like 25% off. I saw it on Facebook and I was like, yeah, right. And I went to the site and sure enough, so like you can get a 25% off of the Nikes if your kids like the Nikes or whatever for back to school. Okay, so let's get into makeup. Actually, we'll use this palette. So I want to show you how simple this makeup is and how simple it is to apply and all the things. So this makeup that I sell, this is from Saint. And these are magnetic tins. Every single shade pops into these palettes. Whatever palette you choose, it has a magnetic base. So all of your colors just pop in. So these are customized to me. Oh, I love the Cortezes. He doesn't like them. He wants the high tops right now, which I'm surprised about, but how much weight have you lost and how? Girl, that's okay. This is a place for me to hang out with my friends, so we can talk about anything here. I've lost 147 pounds total from my high weight of 301 pounds to now. So that's total, like, over my ups and downs and whatever. So from my high weight to right now, which is my low weight, 147 pounds. So it's pretty crazy. Like I can't, yeah, it's a lot. I'm really excited about it though. It's been an interesting journey, and I was saying earlier to one of my friends, I said, I can't believe that, like, the Lord kind of leads you in directions that you don't realize that will mean anything. And so when I saw this makeup and I thought it was stupid, I was like, no way. And the way that it just kind of all came out, and then I started showing up on social media trying to sell the makeup, which I never wanted to sell. And then it just kind of, I was able to kind of create this community, or I should say that my followers, like my audience, kind of created a community for me to feel safe in. And the more I shared, the more I realized that, like, more women are going through this than you realize. Like, more women have the same self-esteem issues. Like, I thought I was alone. Like, I was like, everybody's better than me. I am nobody. And to just hear other women feel the same way, and I was like, I have to show up for them. Like, I have to show them that they're not alone, because me too. And so that's that. And then it's you just don't realize how weight loss and self-confidence and beauty and all of those things can really connect us. And it's just incredible. I listen to the Dating Detectives every week with my husband. It's something we look forward to. Oh my gosh, Rosa, thank you for listening to the Dating Detectives. Our podcast is, oh my gosh, like, we've been really loving the podcast and the guests that we get to meet. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You know what? I feel like when I've always been someone who goes against the grain. So, like, if everybody's doing this, I'm going to do it different just because I can. And so in this case, it worked out because people are assholes, man. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, we're not doing that here. This is a zero tolerance zone. Like, we're not doing that. Okay. So this is my Saint makeup. This is customized to me. When you, comment match or text me or whenever I color match you, however you get there, I will match you to a foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, illuminator, a couple lip and cheek shades, a couple of eyeshadows, and then you choose what you want to start with and you add that to your cart. It's so easy. Like, you don't have to buy everything that I match you to. Like, just purchase whatever you want. It's not super crazy. So Jan, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. I have done everything. So I tried diet and exercise worked for me before I had my son. I'm going to put on my makeup while I talk, and then I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. I love you too. Oh my gosh. Thank you. So I lost 100 pounds through calorie counting, like calories in, calories out. So I was eating right, monitoring my calories on MyFitnessPal app, which the MyFitnessPal app, I think you have to pay for it now, but it was free. Literally, I lived on that app and it helped me so much. Like, I don't know how I could have done it without it. Like, you track like every single calorie. I didn't count macros or micros or whatever. It was just calories. That's all I did. And then I exercised a lot, and that's what I did, right? Well, after I had my son, because I gained like 65 pounds when I was pregnant, right? And then none of it came off. Like, not even when he was born. Like, he was like 8 pounds, 10 ounces when he was born. And I didn't even lose 8 pounds when he was born. I was like, what the crap? Like, what happened? Like, can I lose at least like the size of my baby? And it didn't happen. And so I went to my doctor and I was like, okay, so I started I was dieting, exercise, went back to the same thing, calorie counting, working out, and I couldn't lose the weight. And I'm like, my body's broken. And so, yay! I'm so excited for you to get it. You're going to freaking love it. So this color is called Golden Hour, and you'll notice that it's darker than my skin because I do the self tanner, which, by the way, you have to get my self tanner. Comment the word pasty, Pasty, like pasty. The company is called Pasty Girl. It'll send you my discount code for the self tanner. No, like 100% SPF for me, and I've just been using self tanner. But anyways, I'm using a darker shade. That's why it's a little bit darker than my skin, because it matches my neck. Because I do self tanner up to here, and then I cleanse my face really well. So this is never tan like it is here. So I just use a darker shade, and it works out. So I couldn't lose the weight with diet and exercise. And after I had my baby, and I was like, my body's broken. And they did test on me, and they were like, your hormones are so out of whack. Like, basically my hormones just like stopped working for losing weight. And the doctor said you'd have to eat 300 to 400 calories a day you would need that much of a deficit to lose the weight that you need to lose, because I was like, 300 pounds. And I was like, well, first of all, that's not healthy. I don't care how big you are, like how much weight you need to lose. 300 to 400 calories a day isn't healthy, right? Sure, that'll help. You know, anybody who's starving themselves is going to help, but and it's not sustainable. Like eventually our bodies are smart, right? Like our body goes into fight or flight mode. So when your body is starving, you're going to naturally like be ravenous after, like it's just not sustainable. And I knew that. And I was like, I can't believe this doctor just told me that. I thought it was crazy. And so I'm going to interrupt myself real quick. When I'm applying this main shade, I'm just putting it here on my beard area. If I was a dude, I do have a couple hairs here, but here in my beard area, I'm just kind of dusting this on with the blush and bronzer brush. Mustache, beard, and then the cheeks here and the forehead here, but I'm not going all the way to my hairline or right here because I'm going to put a brightening highlight here and then my contour here. So it's kind of one layer. So that's how I'm avoiding like cakiness, and you just don't need that much of this makeup. You guys gotta get this stuff. So anyways, my doctor was like, you have to eat 300 to 400 calories a day. And I'm like, well, that's absurd. Like no, literally no one can do that. That's insane. And so let me show you how I do this. So I was like, all right, well, that's not going to work out. Well, I ended up having gastric sleeve surgery, right? Where they cut out 90% of your stomach. So yeah, that's what I said too, right? Like that's crazy. He's basically saying, he said, you know, like you're fat and the only way to not be fat is to shut your pie hole and get on a treadmill, right? That's basically what he said. Heather, text me. Let's chat one-on-one and see if I can help you make it better. See if maybe there's some tips I can give you. So the doctor basically said, you know, you're a fat ass and that's it. Like, you know, if you want to lose weight, then shut your pie hole, get on a treadmill. And I was like, literally, that's what I've been doing. And he's like, you have to eat less. You have to eat less calories. And I'm like, if I eat any less, I'm going to be eating backwards. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's nothing, right? And so I was like, that's not sustainable. Like, literally no one can do that. Your body just won't allow it, right? So then I'm thinking, well, if the doctor tells me that I'm a lost cause, then I'm a lost cause. Like, there's nothing anybody can do for me, right? So I am just, at this point, I'm just like to have a surgery. So I had gastric sleeve, and the doctor said, well, I think you would be good. Like, I think you would be best at 150 pounds. Okay. So he said he wants my goal to be 150. So yeah, I'm going to be eating backwards. He wants my weight to be 150, but he's like, I don't know if this is something you can get to, because he's basically telling me that listen, you're fat and there's a reason you're fat. And it's because you're irresponsible. You eat poorly. You make bad decisions in life. And that's why you're fat. But what people don't understand, this is the Aisle 20. It's called an eyeshadow palette, but I don't use it for eyeshadows. They're all magnetic. Your metabolism will literally shut down. Yes, exactly. I'm 5'7". Well, it says 5'9" on my license. I lied. But anyways, I'm 5'7". So anyways, and listen, I'm not someone who's ever gone to doctors. So it is hormones. That's exactly what it was. I'm not someone who's ever gone to doctors. I'm just not. Like, I'm just not. I just like take some Tylenol, go lay down, it's fine. And so I didn't think, oh, go get a second opinion, go talk to someone else. Like, I just don't do doctors. There's a rogue hair. Get out. And so anyways, I was like, yeah, well, this guy, he's whatever. I had gastric sleeve surgery. And I was like, I want it. This is what I want to do. Anyway, so I had the surgery and it worked, right? Like, I lost about 65 pounds, and that was in 2020-ish, 2020, 2021, 2020, I think. So I had gastric sleeve surgery. I lost about 60 pounds. But what they don't tell you when you have weight loss surgery is it does not heal your relationship with food. And they give you a mental thing and everything, like before you go get surgery, like your insurance requires you to take a mental test, like a psych test or whatever. I should have freaking failed it. And I didn't. They were like, you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? And that was it. Like, if they were just like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And they're like, all right, you passed. Like, check. I should have never passed that test. And here's why. So what I learned ultimately later on through therapy and actually like talking things out with a licensed therapist, is that my trauma from childhood is the reason that I rely on food so much for comfort. Now, I'm not someone who does gimmicks. Like, I do not believe in gimmicks. I do not believe in, get rich quick, lose weight quick. Like, I don't believe in gimmicks. So when I've heard people say like, oh, well, do you have daddy issues? And like, do you have trauma? And I'm like, oh, here we go with the trauma. But it was true. And I had no idea because to me, I was like, well, like, there's a lot that I experienced as a young girl. I lost my virginity at 13 to a rape from an older boy, and I didn't realize it was rape. I didn't call it rape until I was almost 40 years old. And then I was like, oh my God, that was totally rape. And because when you think of the word rape, you think of in a alley, and you think of violence and getting punched in the face. And this wasn't that. It was not. I never said yes. Like, I said, I don't really want to do this. And then he was kind of like pressuring me. And then finally when it was about time to do the thing, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. He's like, it's fine. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, do you know what I mean? And there was me saying no, but not going, oh my gosh, no. And like beating him on the chest to get him off of me, because that never happened. I never called it rape. So I was just like, that's my fault. Like, I should have done more or whatever. And I never did. And so growing up past that point, 13 years old, that's something that's so sacred, is like your purity. Number one, I grew up a Christian girl, and that's number one. But number two, like, you feel kind of dirty, and like you feel like it's your fault because you didn't do more. And so going forward, you kind of use that as like, I became very promiscuous, and my dad was very abusive. He abused us a lot, and I couldn't call that abuse until I was almost 40, because like, what do you do? Like, he was just a disciplinarian. He was a drill instructor at a boot camp. He was just he was just a dad who was very, he was very authoritative. Like, that's just how it was. I didn't realize that it was abuse. I didn't realize that like what he was doing and the way that he was like physically abusing us, I just didn't realize what it was. And then my dad wasn't there when my parents got divorced when I was 9. And all this stuff. Like, I don't mean to dump this on you guys, but anyways, I feel like all of those things combined, I was just like, no, that's, oh, it's your trauma, is it, from your past? And I never believed that stuff. I was like, that's stupid. Like, you're an adult, like, get over it, And then when I started talking to someone about it, I was like, I can't believe this. Like, this is genuinely why I have this relationship with food. Because number one, I grew up ugly and fat, which is what they said, not me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what people always told me. You're ugly, you're fat. And I wasn't the cutest girl, but damn, like, throw me a bone. Like, throw a dog a bone. So that's what everybody told me. So not only did I grow up with people like basically telling me that I was ugly and fat and I didn't belong, my body was abused sexually. My body was abused physically. My home life wasn't super great. And I just thought, like, I was like, oh, that's just how it is, right? But what I never realized was that the connection with food was that food never hurt me. Food never made fun of me. Food never hurt me physically. Food never like made me cry. Like, food was always the one thing that, made me happy. Like, it was the one thing that never hurt me. And so I just thought it was interesting that all of this time I'm sitting here thinking it's me, I'm the problem, and I'm fat because I can't shut my pie hole and get on a treadmill long enough to lose weight. But it was never the case. My body just wasn't responding. After I had my son, the hormones were just different. And I always thought people use that as an excuse. I was like, oh, you're just using, like, get on a freaking treadmill, girl. Like, calories in, calories out. That's it. But when your hormones aren't, like, they're like, I don't know what's happening. I've had a baby and now your hormones are off and it doesn't work no more, right? So anyways, once I kind of discovered that, then I was like, oh my gosh, it's like that knowledge is power, because now that you know, it's like, okay, let's address that directly. And so I was able to start focusing on my trauma, like my mental health. And now I'm so glad that it happened to me. Like, I'm so glad that I went through it, only because I was someone who was like, I don't believe in that. Like, take accountability. You're a grown up. If you can't lose weight, it's because you know what I mean? And so the fact that, because it happened to me and because I was able to work with someone who actually took the time to explain it to me like I'm 5 and be like, listen, this is what's going on. This is why you can't lose weight. And then I was like, no way. So the more I learned about it, the more I learned about myself, and the more I learned about how I was responding by using food. Not that like I wouldn't like get sad and be like, oh, I'm so sad, I need to eat. It was just, I ate all the time because it made me happy. It was the one thing that just never hurt me, and I liked it, you know? So I personally feel like I had an addiction to food, and I had no control and no power over it. And so I think it's also a mental thing too. Like, if you think you can't, you're right. Right. And so that was one thing too, was I think that was part of my inability to lose weight. It was hormones. It was a mental thing. I think a lot of that is, you know, it just plays a huge role. So anywho, so I had gastric sleeve, but I still continued to, you know, focus on my eating. Well, then after I started gaining weight back because it doesn't matter. Like, if you have gastric sleeve surgery and they take out 90% of your stomach, you learn how to eat food again. Like, you learn the tricks of how to, okay, wash it down with water, give it 5 minutes, and then you can eat some more. And you start to feel when you can fill it back up. And when it's empty, you're like, I need to fill it back up. Because it's your mind, like, right? Like, your relationship with food mentally is not fixed. And so again, with therapy and, you know, kind of starting with that and learning more about me and why it's important to me and why I, you know, have this relationship with food and how it all relates to what happened to me growing up, and you don't realize it. And it's not an excuse. It's absolutely not an excuse. Like, you still have to do the work, right? You have to be willing to do the work. You have to care enough about your body to actually do the work. But also, there's a reason why sometimes we just can't, you know, get past those barriers. And for me, it was the mental trauma that I was pushing back. And I had the comfort in the food. That's what made me happy. And so I said, when I first started talking about my weight loss journey here on social media, I said something and I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And I don't know if I should say this, but I'm just going to say it and see what happens. And I said there were several times that I would leave work and head home to cook dinner, and I would stop at McDonald's on the way home to cook dinner. On the way home to cook and eat dinner, I would stop at McDonald's and get a cheeseburger. I wasn't hungry. I just wanted to eat. And so many people were like, oh my gosh, I've totally done that. And I was like, wait, really? Like, I felt so much less. The first person who said that, I was like, oh my God, I'm not alone. And then so many people were like, I've totally done that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, this is why people don't talk about it, because we have been shaming ourselves and we have been made to feel ashamed for our weight. When a lot of times that's real trauma. Like, there's real connective tissue to your trauma and your, you know, food addiction or, you know, relationship with food. And it's so crazy to me. Wow, you went down a lot. I feed my emotions. It's, you know, it's true. And it is really, really hard. Jan, I agree with you. There's something about like sexual assault that makes you hate your body. Like, it's almost like that is the one thing that you have that's only yours, right? And you choose what, like, that is yours. And when you feel like someone takes that from you, it's a lot. And it was embarrassing to me. And I was like, when I would think about it, like the first time I called it a rape or whatever, right? I was like, no, because a rape means I would get punched in the face or, you know, brutally attacked. And it wasn't anything like that. And when you realize that, like, you know, I said no, and you think, did I say no enough? Like, no one time is, and even a not enthusiastic yes is a no. Like, you know what I mean? So I just think stuff like that is really interesting. And I think a lot of people don't realize, and being the host of the Dating Detectives podcast and hearing the guests that we talk to, a lot of them say, I just didn't I didn't think that that's what it was because I thought it was like my fault or whatever. So anyways, so I started going to therapy to work out the issues mentally. And in the meantime, I eat my feelings sometimes it tastes like cookies and tacos. It's true. Yeah, it's hard. Oh, that's so sweet of you. That's so kind of you. I feel like, so I needed a tool to help me during the times, like during the time I was seeking therapy for my relationship with food to like heal that relationship and make me feel better about myself. I kind of used, therapy was, well, just to be, for full transparency, the BetterHelp people, they started advertising on my podcast and they gave us a discount code. And the only reason that I started using, which I had used them before, but it had been a while, but the only reason I started using them was because they said, try our thing for free or whatever. And they send over like a script, like a copy of what they want you to say. And I was like, if they want me to say this stuff, I need to actually do it. I won't promote something that I haven't tried and actually love. Like I don't care how much money you pay me. Like if I'm going to promote it, I'm going to know that it's good. Like, you know what I mean? So I used BetterHelp. And by the way, if you want a discount code, I can give you the code, the Dating Detectives podcast code. But anyways, it'll give you some kind of discount or something. But anyways, so they gave us a month for free. And so I was like, okay, so I'll try it. And that started my mental health journey, which I was really grateful for. The coffee. Ew. Don't drink coffee. Coffee's gross. And so I reached out to a woman, or how did I find her? Maybe I just looked her up online. I don't remember. But there is a doctor here in Plant City where I live. And she has I don't know if it's called, I think it's just called, it's just a doctor's office, right? But they do a lot with like, it's called enhanced healthcare. I don't know how to describe it except it's a primary care physician who also, like, she does my microneedling for my skin. So she does, like, they offer Botox and fillers and, like, microneedling, which, by the way, tomorrow I'm getting my second round of the microneedling on, like, my loose skin areas to see if it helps to tighten it a little bit. So I'm getting it there on my belly and my inner thighs where it kind of looks like melted plastic, just to see if it helps tighten the skin a little bit, because that's what microneedling does. But anyways, they also do, they guide you with weight loss with the Mounjaro and the tirzepatide and whatever else they call it, like the weight loss shots. So I take the weekly weight loss shots, and when I tell you, I have never felt more control over what I was eating, and it feels so good. Like, it really does. It's a tool to help you, just like the weight loss surgery was supposed to be a tool. But in when I use my therapy with my weight loss medication and my medical provider, every month I go in, we talk about, they weigh you on this machine and it tells you like how much your muscle mass has improved or gone up or gone down, and how much is water weight and how much is whatever, and they can see everything, like how much does your right thigh weigh and your left thigh, and they can measure everything. And so I think that's really cool. So with her guidance, I've really been able to kind of see like, oh, I need to be drinking more water, or I need to be walking more, whatever it is. And I think that's really cool because you can see it, you can physically see the differences in like the weight loss. So the number on the scale is one thing, but when you can see like where you're losing the weight and where you can increase your muscle mass, and you know, you need to add more arm exercises, or you need to drink more water, or whatever. Has your skin changed since the shot? No, my skin's actually improved, but I also do the microneedling. So the microneedling is when they take like this, I just walk on my treadmill and do the hula hoop thing with the thing that looks like a ball sack and it just swings around in a circle like a little hula hoop. And then you just do that for like 30 minutes. And then as you lose weight, like you can click it down and down and down. It's really cool. I have a couple of videos where I'm doing it. But anyway, so when you, hold on, sorry, I missed a comment. So when you do the microneedling, it's like this machine that has like 30 needles, and it just goes and it just punctures your skin. And so the microneedling goes through and it punctures your skin all over, all over, all over, all over. And so it's like a what do you call it? Like it's a controlled abrasion or something. Like, anyways, it's just puncturing your skin to make it like to damage it. Like, it's a controlled damage of your skin. So it punctures the skin. And basically that whenever your skin is like, whenever we get a cut or something, our body responds by sending the proper, healing elements to that area. And in this case, like when your skin is broken, it sends collagen and elastin to your skin to heal it, right? And so it basically forces your skin to create more collagen and elastin to make your skin look more youthful and younger and brighter. And it helps with like dark spots and, discoloration and things like that. And it really does help. Like you can see that your skin is, you just look brighter and just a little bit more, just a lot less dull. And for me personally, I like that it, I can still, like, it doesn't make your skin like smooth as glass. It's just a really nice way to just make everything look a little bit more enhanced, and it just feels so nice. When you look in the mirror, you can just see a slight difference, and it's really good. No, it doesn't hurt, but yeah, the hula ball sack. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm sorry. I said a bad word. Listen, I don't, it's just, it looks like a ball sack. Like a large teardrop. Sorry, that's what I'll say. And then you swing it around. So anyways, it's just a controlled damage to your skin. And so when they do that, it forces it to like tighten a little bit. So the microneedling, and then they do they offer the weight loss, and they have like the vitamin, like the IV drips. Like, have you ever had a hangover? I did 6 years in college. I've had a ton of hangovers. But anyways, the vitamin, like the IV, I don't drink anymore, but the IV drips or whatever for the vitamins, they do that. Like anything that enhances your health, they do. And it's really cool. The healing process for microneedling is just like, it looks like a really intense sunburn for several days. That's all. It didn't hurt. Like I get numbed up. Like they'll numb you up totally, because you don't want to do it without the numbing. It'll really hurt, I think. But it's not so bad. It's really not that bad. But it just looks like a really intense sunburn for 5-7 days, something like that. Yeah, I love that. I love the hula hoop. Girl, and it's so fun too. You look like a complete idiot doing it, but it is so fun. I'm telling you. And you just kind of like, you can move your hips back and forth or side to side, and you'll feel it like in your thighs. You'll feel it in your calves. You'll feel it in your core. And when you tighten your core and do it, I'll do a video on it. You'll see it. It's really fun. Oh, Lucy, yes, I still have that thing. I tried it one time and I didn't know how it worked. I use the numbing cream. So they put it on the area for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, however long, and then wipe it off and then do the needles all over. It's actually not that bad. Like it's a cool, and for me personally, I love the self-care aspect of it. Like I like going there because when I can talk to her about, when I get on the scale every month, right? And the weight loss medication, I think I'm on tirzepatide. I don't know what it's called. It's all the Mounjaro, whatever it's called. And so when you take it, it just basically makes you feel full really quickly. Like it changes the reward system in your brain, basically. So like whenever I'm not on it, it's like, oh, I'm full, but that food still looks yummy. With this medicine, it's like, oh, I'm full. I don't want to eat another thing. Like it changes the whole reward system. Like you don't want to eat if you just don't want to. And that, I think, so it helps you to eat less. And so you really have to manage your protein. You have to manage your water. And that machine will tattle on you. If you've been eating sweets all month and you go for a weight loss checkup, that machine will tell them, and they'll be like, excuse me, this is high. And it'll tell on you. So you gotta really, it'll say if you've had enough protein or not. And then that machine is a little tattletale. Yes, it is. I'm telling you. Anyways, so that's my, I did diet and exercise. I lost 100 pounds, gained a bunch back after I had a baby. And that was 10 years ago. And then ever since I had my son 10 years ago, I've struggled to lose weight, found the weight loss medication, or had gastric sleeve. surgery, which helped for a period of time, and then the relationship with food. And then I connected I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like all this trauma. And then you deal with that by eating. And then when you finally find a way to like manage that, then it's like, it's so rewarding. I've never felt nauseous or anything. Just curious, you're not worried about the long-term side effects? Yvonne, I've done my research on it, and I've talked to several family members who are physicians, and I've talked to my doctor, which obviously I know she's going to be like, no, it's fine because she sells it. But for me personally, the way that my body feels and the way that I feel and the way I'm managing my, it kind of forced me to be like, listen, if we're going to do this, like we're all in. And so it's kind of like, it's not something I want to be on for the rest of my life, but for now it's helping me to maintain that control over my food. And so I feel like the benefits outweigh the, risks, but for me personally, I don't like, I continue to see my doctor continually every 6 months to a year. She checks my blood every single time. Like everything is always normal. And I get the whole, like I make her do the full blood panel, not like the Walmart one, but I mean like the freaking like Alexander McQueen, like Rodeo Drive blood work. Like the one that's like all the things, not just like, you know, it's like, I make her do all of it and it always comes back normal. I'm always so concerned that like maybe there's something wrong with my thyroid or whatever. And it's not, it's always just, yeah, food chatter. Yes, that's a good word, Yvonne. Food chatter. I mean, not, oh, no, that's not Yvonne. Sorry. No, Yvonne, it doesn't make me nauseous or anything. I think some people it does though. Like it really makes you like, oh, I don't want to eat nothing. But I feel really good on it, and right now it's just I'm happy with it. Yeah, they check everything. Like they'll tell you if you're low on like vitamin D. I'm sorry, this is a family show. Usually it's vitamin D. Everyone's always low on vitamin D though, so that's common. You know what I mean? The only thing that's ever been like abnormal on my blood work is my calcium has been 0.1. Like it's supposed to be like 11 and mine's always like 11.1 or something. And that's like the craziest thing out in my blood work. So like my doctors are, they're fine. Like they're like, nope, you're good. Like I talked to my family members that are doctors. They've, you know, said it straight to me. I'm like, this is, you know, not something you really need to worry about. And I don't know. I think also you got to remember too, that like, I don't want to get super political and I don't want to be polarizing and I don't want to discourage anyone's feelings. Like everyone's feelings are valid, like no matter what you feel about it. In my personal opinion, I feel like sometimes some of the things that we see online are to create a distance from that thing. In this case, the weight loss medication. Because I feel like people look at it as like an easy way out, right? Like, oh, like you're cheating by getting the weight loss med, and people who are on diabetes, like people who have diabetes, they really need that medication more. And so they want people to not use it for weight loss. But the problem with that is what you don't realize is weight loss, like obesity is a problem. Like that is a deadly problem. Obesity has a lot to do with the way that your internal functions function. Like your internal organs function. And so when you think about visceral fat and you think about, you know, all of these things that are happening inside your body, like obesity contributes to a lot of it. And so I know that diabetes is an issue, but so is obesity. And if it's helping people to lose weight and get them at a healthier BMI, which let's be real, the BMIs are stupid. Like I'm still morbidly obese and I weigh 153 pounds. And I'm morbidly obese. Not morbidly anymore. I'm just obese now. And I'm like, you know, I just feel like sometimes when you read things online, it's all opinions. There's not really a lot of facts behind it. Like there are facts like, oh, scientists discovered this, but you will also find another scientist who discovered the exact opposite. That's why, as a private investigator, I have learned never to trust anything unless I see it. Just don't. Yes. Oh, semaglutide. Okay. How are you doing on it? Good for you. Thank you for sharing that. It's hard to talk about too, because I feel like when this is, yeah, everyone knows their own body and it's your own choice. And there are people who do not agree with me. They're like, I don't think you should be on that. Like you're at a good weight. Like you need to stop and get off that. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much for your concern. Also, goodbye. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're never going to change someone's opinion. Like, I would never tell someone like, you don't need to do that. Like, just be like, hey, good for you. I'm here for you, I used Royal, this dark, scary color. And then I used, Sunshine State, which I'm kind of out of. These are really pretty. Thank you so much. You guys, I turned 40 last week on July 4th, and my birthday, I had 2 birthday parties. Well, just one was a 4th of July party. That doesn't count. And then Saturday we had an 80s theme party, and it was so fun. Thank you I'm so freaking rude. I just burped. Thank you so much. So I use Golden Hour for my main shade. God, I got gas. Oh, Oprah did. Is she still on the air? Good for her. I need to watch. I like Oprah. I use Golden Hour for my main shade, and I use Linen to brighten. I just inhaled my spit. I need help just functioning, like, basically. Anyways, so I would never match you to something this dark and then this light. So these shades are really far apart. But if you say like, hey, I like how bright your brightening highlight is, I want that, then I will match you to that. So when I do your color match, I will match you to shades that are a little bit closer together than my main shade and brightening highlight. But like I said, once I color match you, then we text, and then you say, hey, these are the questions that I have from your color match, whatever. And you can say, hey, I want to try a brighter shade. It's not like set in stone. It's not written with concrete. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. It's very isolated. So this is super affordable. These are only $16 a shade. So you basically shop within your budget. Like, and don't let nobody tell you got to buy this much. Like, no, you can buy one of these pans of makeup at $16, or you can buy 47. Like, nobody cares. Like, Saint allows you to purchase as much or as little as you want. Like, don't let anybody try to break your bank. Like, you don't got to take out a mortgage. You don't have to mortgage your house to get like makeup. You know what I mean? It's really cool. Yes, exactly. Like, obesity does lead to diabetes. And it's like, everybody gets so mad about it. And it's like, one person's health journey, nobody's health journey is like any of your business. I'm sorry, but it's not. So unless they want to share, like, I share my health journey because I want to, right? So I kind of make it your business, right? But I'm sharing it with you, but never one time did I ask your permission. And did I ask for your opinion? You know what I mean? Now, I'm having a conversation about it. So obviously I accept, like, if I'm talking about it and we're having a conversation and you can say, well, this is what I think, and those are totally valid. I feel like people just get really mad about it, and then it becomes a whole big thing. So sometimes I'm overly cautious about what I share online because I never want my experience to offend anyone. But if my experience offends anyone, then it's kind of like, then those really aren't your people. You know what I mean? So I want to share more about things that make us feel ashamed, self-confidence, our weight, our lines and wrinkles. That's why I love talking about this makeup that I do so much, because I feel like women have zero confidence in ourselves. We don't have confidence in makeup, and a lot of times we neglect ourselves. Women often say, I'm just not going to wear makeup. It's not going to help. I'm just never, you know what I mean? But how cool is it whenever somebody tells me, oh my gosh, I put on my makeup today. I have no idea what I'm doing, and my makeup looked great. And I looked in the mirror and I felt really pretty. And there's something to be said about that. And it's not that women need makeup to feel pretty. And nobody needs makeup. Like we just don't. Like, we don't need, any clothes except for pants and a shirt. But it's kind of cool when you can make it your own style, right? So you wear the clothes that you like. You wear the jewelry that you like to kind of enhance, your different areas of your body, and bracelets and whatever. We can do the same thing with makeup. And with your makeup, with especially women like my age. Like I just turned 40 and you can tell I've got the lines and, you know, all of these things, my skin, like the discoloration and the texture starting to change, and you can see all of that stuff, and women are very self-conscious about it, but somehow we're made to feel ashamed of it. And so women are like, oh, I have all these wrinkles, how do I hide them? And I'm like, don't. Like, why do you want to hide? Like, I get it, don't get me wrong, like you want to look youthful, and wrinkles are a sign of old age, I guess. And so we relate that to, you know, being old, and then we're like, no, but that's you. Like that's you, and you, everything about you is worthy and beautiful. And I don't know, I just feel like we can enhance, you know, how we look in any way that we want. And if that means losing weight or wearing a nice makeup or doing our hair a certain way, I just want to make it clear to like everyone, to every woman, that you don't have to be ashamed anymore. Like we do not need to be ashamed anymore. We don't have to be ashamed of our weight. We don't have to be ashamed of like the beauty standards that we set for ourselves. And a lot of people, like when I first started selling the saint makeup, which I did on accident, by the way, but I'm so glad that I did. But they ask you when you set up your thing, it says, what do you want your business name to be? And I'm like, I don't know. This is a stupid question. Like makeup.com. I don't know. And I thought of Freedom and Beauty and Freedom Barbie, because I was like, freedom to me is like, I don't want to have to rely on other people anymore to tell me what should be pretty. I don't want people to tell me what weight I need to be at to be pretty, or what makeup, like what color makeup I should be using for green eyes if I want to be pretty, or some trend that's like, by the time you try it and now they're saying it's ugly and you're like, well, what now? And now, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have the freedom to decide what's beautiful to me, and I feel like every woman should, and they don't. And so I want to be someone who, like, I'll make an ass of myself in front of everyone to show you that it's okay if you make an ass of yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to be the person who says it, because as soon as someone says it, then it's like, oh, now I feel comfortable because someone else does the same thing, you know? And so if I'm willing to be that person who says the thing that everybody's afraid to say, which I've always gotten in so much trouble for my mouth. Everybody's like, oh my God, Mackenzie, why'd you say that? I'm like, what? You were thinking it. And they were like, yeah, but, and it's like, oh, so you can think it, but the minute I say it and say what everybody's thinking, we're like, I'm in trouble. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well. So I want to be someone who like sets the tone and like helps people to see that like it's okay to do the thing. Yes, aging is a privilege. I wake up grateful every day. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me be here. Oh, okay, so I have a question about your oily skin. I get this question a lot about oily skin. Whenever your skin is oily, usually it's an indication that your skin is really dry, because our bodies are smart, right? So when your skin is dry, your body is like, oh, we need to produce oil to hydrate the skin. And so it overproduces oil because it's really dry. So when you use hydrating products like makeup that actually doesn't have any alcohol in it, so like your liquid foundation has alcohols in it, you put it on your face, the alcohol evaporates, leaving you with just the pigment. It's actually sucking moisture from your skin. So yeah, your face might look mattified for a little bit, but then you'll notice that like your skin is producing more oil, because it's like, you're taking all my oil and my hydration, stop it. When you use hydrating makeup that actually hydrates your skin, it has beeswax in it, which is phenomenal for the skin. You can look on Google Machine. I'll let you go look. You'll see. When you use something like that on your skin that's really hydrating, you'll notice that your skin produces less oil because it doesn't have to, because now it's hydrated. You can see I put my makeup on and it's not greasy. It's not greasy at all, but it is very like luminous, and it's very youthful. And I also put illuminator here, so it's a little enhanced. But that's what it does, is it kind of creates this luminosity to your skin. And I know if you're someone new to cream makeup, I was new to cream makeup and I was like, cream, like oil slick. It's the opposite. See how it's not greasy on my skin at all. Like there's no greasiness. It's just, it even looks pretty mattified. Like not my skin, but like the makeup itself. And then you just kind of like add a glow or a shimmer. You can wear less, you can wear more. It's like, it's buildable. So it's just genetics. Yeah, it can be totally, I almost said genocide. It can totally be genetic too, yes. But I wonder how, like, and also with skincare. So a lot of times I notice that a lot of I'm not a skincare expert, but I do know quite a bit about skincare. And if you, like, people that are very oily, they feel the need to erase the oil, right? Get off the oil. So they use astringents. And some oily girls that I know, some of my customers and some people have done their makeup, they use dish soap on their face because they're like, I'm so oily. And I'm like, you're so oily because you keep removing the oil and your body doesn't understand. And I said, so you have to add hydration, not take away the oil. They're like, if I add hydration, it'll be more oily. And it's the opposite. You add that hydration back to your skin, and then your body doesn't need to produce the oil. Because if your skin is dry, right? Like if you are totally dehydrated, our body is made up of, if you do a match, do you have to buy a certain amount? No. You can buy one pan of makeup, which is like $16, or you can buy 47 pans of, like, whatever you want. $16, 16. I think this one's 18, the setting powder or whatever. Do whatever you want. Buy as much or as little as you want. There's no minimum. So anyways, I just feel like when we start to learn more about those things, I think that it really, really helps. It can really help your skin and just help you feel, more confident. And there's just so many things about influencers that I feel really miss the mark. And I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone. There's influencers are amazing. And I think that's how we learn a lot of stuff, like on the for realsies, right? Like it's not like someone who's, they're paid to do a commercial and then they say the things that whoever wants them to say, and they say that, right? These are people who are really using the products and they're checking it out and they're, kind of telling you their experience with it, right? So I appreciate influencers, but I think they focus, a lot of times I feel like influencers focus more on, let me show you how perfect this is, instead of let me show you for realsies what this looks like. That's why when you see me doing my assauIt lashes, like you'll see this guy right here, he's kind of falling a little bit because I put him on crooked. You see those real things. And I think that's what people need to see, is that it's real. So if you go to the assauIt website, right, you can see the videos and they're perfectly putting on their lashes and they're always perfect and they're perfectly lined up. And I'm like, I do it and it looks like a freaking shit show. Like it's hot mess, right? But I feel like that's real. that's really what happens sometimes. Sometimes you have a bad lash day. Like that's all there is to it. So I think stuff like that we need to see more of, I love this makeup too. I think because you can wear it really lightly. So I especially love it for young ladies, because I remember being in 8th grade, learning how to do makeup, and you slather, orange line, white neck, and that was it. That's what you did. And you carried the CoverGirl Compact, and you snapped it shut, and it was brown, and it was pretty, and we had it in our back pocket every single day, and we sat on it every day and mashed it every day and whatever. Anyways, that's what we did for our makeup, right? And so it was add more. But this makeup kind of shows that less is more. And so sometimes by just using a more fluffy brush, you can get a lighter coverage, but still it looks like you have more coverage than you do. So it's this makeup is great for young ladies. Conversely, it's also great for the older woman who has all the lines and the wrinkles and the texture and the pores and the discoloration. And, even women in their 60s, 70s, 80s, your skin starts to get more sallow. You're losing the color. You're losing the elasticity. You're losing the hydration. This adds it back. So, and it camouflages the lines and wrinkles. It doesn't settle and crease and cake and all that jazz. And so I just feel like there's finally a product for everybody, right? Like there's finally a product that and I think that's why Kara Brooke did a really great job with this makeup. So it's finally something that everybody can benefit from. Like, it's not like, oh, well, this is only for 20-year-olds who know how to do makeup. Like, this is for the woman who says, I'm sorry, makeup? What's that? I've never heard of makeup. Like, explain it to me like I'm 5. This, like, it's, you know, for the woman who doesn't know anything about makeup. It's for the makeup pro who is a makeup junkie like me. It's for anybody. The oh my gosh, isn't the illuminator so pretty? I love the illuminators. Did you get the powder or the cream? The powder illuminators pack a huge punch, but the creams are really pretty too. Like, I've tried every single shade of every single product from Saint, and I'm just so in love with it. It's so pretty. I have lots of freckles. I love them and don't want them covered up. My pale skin needs even outed. I love that. Will this work for me? Yes, and let me tell you why. Hey Amanda, I used 2 colors. I used Basic and the shade of the month, Legend. Basic, Legend. Just those 2 colors. Isn't it so pretty and so simple? It's really nice. Okay, so here's why I love this makeup for super fair freckled girls. First of all, I've only had the cream, but I'm going to get the powder. Oh, get the setting powder. I love this. I think it's nice. I'll put it on I'll show you where I put it. So this is why I love this for freckled girls. So first of all, I would like to say we can match. I say we, but I mean, like the company. No matter what your skin tone is, super fair, super dark and rich, I can color match you. It doesn't matter if you are the darkest black girl on the face of the planet. It doesn't matter if you are the fairest white girl. It does not matter. It does not matter your skin tone. I can color match you and help you find confidence in your makeup. And I love this company and I love this product for that because they literally created this for anyone and everyone. It's so inclusive and I love it. So see how that setting powder right here in the T-zone, it brightened, but it also kind of blurred out a little bit. Like the makeup is the filter. It's really cool. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Let's talk about the freckles. So you asked about freckles, and here's why I love this for freckles. I want to show you something. This color is called Bella Bronzer. Bronzer is beautiful because it's nice and warm. It gives you that kind of warm appearance, like the sun has kind of gradually hit you and you have this really beautiful warmth, right? So Bella Bronzer looks really dark, okay? I just tapped into her with my tips of my bristles, right? Tappy tap, like whatever. And I'm going to tap this on the high points of my cheeks. This is where I use bronzer. So it looks really dark, right? Looks kind of dark and you're like, oh, what's going to happen here? So this warmth is kind of a chocolate brown. Think like orangey, more orangey, less gray. Whereas the contour is like that grayish, the color of that shadow. See that? You see how you can enhance the shadow? So that's a cool tone. This is a warm tone. I do not care how fair your skin is. When you use Bella Bronzer and as a foundation for freckled girls, you no longer have to worry about your foundation matching the skin and then making your freckles look chalky or making your freckles look good, but then it's too dark for your skin and you have that line here. The reason that cream makeup is better than and more and superior to any other makeup is, and especially this cream makeup, just because of the nature of the ingredients. There's only 11. It's very good for your skin, and this formula is perfect. So cream makeup always looks darker in the pan than it is in real life. So when you take your finger and you swatch it and you're like, oh yeah, and you're an Ulta and you're like, oh yeah, that's a perfect match. This makeup should never, ever, ever perfectly match your skin. If it perfectly matches your skin, it is too light. Bottom line, I know I sound like a crazy lunatic psychopath. The company gives you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you think I'm full of baloney, then like return it. I don't care, whatever. But I'm telling you, if you take a fluffy brush like this and this dark-ass color called Bella Bronzer and you just kind of lightly sweep into it, okay? I know you just dust into it like a powder, just kind of like you would a powder. This is not a wet cream, like whipped cream. Like it's, you know, it's kind of, see, I just saw on the tips of the bristles. And you dust this real lightly all over your skin as a foundation, like pretend it's a foundation and lightly dust it. This will help your freckles to not look chalky. It will give you a really light finish, like a really light coverage. So it will even your skin tone and you won't need a foundation color that is your traditional, like regular foundation. You won't need one because this bronzer will even your skin tone, and it will not enhance your freckles, but it will even your skin tone and also like not make your freckles look chalky. So if you are a super freckled girl, right? And like if someone sends me a color match picture and they have a ton of freckles, you want to match the skin underneath. And so you match them with a foundation. Usually they're a lot more fair, right? If they have freckles, usually those girls are a lot more fair. And you want to give them a lighter shade to match their skin. And then the freckles look chalky, right? They look gray. You can tell there's makeup on them. By using a bronzer, you guys, I swear to goodness on this, if any of you freckle girls, you've got to try this. Fluffy brush, like sweep into it like it's a powder, sweepy, and then dust it all over like it's a foundation. So let me show you how it looks without. I'm going to dust this all over, and I'm going to show you right here. See how fair? I've let my self tanner fades because I'm getting micro needling tomorrow. So I just wanted like a fresh skin, whatever. And see how I just dusted that Bella bronzer all over, and see how it gave a little bit of coverage with like it. Where are you at? Right here. That's the color. Do you see what I mean? So when you use cream makeup, it is so much more versatile than your liquid foundation that you pick up at the store. So using cream makeup, I'm not left-handed, so I'm gonna try and do it on the other side. Same thing, fluffy brush, dust into this bronzer as if it's a powder, and then see how fair my skin is here? And lightly dust this. So now imagine I have freckles all over, right? See how it just evens the skin tone and adds a little tiny bit of like warmth, but it's not super crazy. Like it's not wild. It's just really, really pretty. That's what I recommend for my freckle girls, and my freckled customers will tell you they freaking love it. You guys got to join my beauty group on Facebook. If you're not in there, you got to join it. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP, and post in there, be like, hey, do any of you, like, can any of you freckle girls like show a before and after or whatever? And they'll show you, you'll see. It's really cool. It's a cool little trick, and I almost wish that I had freckles so I could like do a video on it or something. But anyways, that's kind of, it's just a cool trick. So if you are someone who has freckles and you're very fair skin, get the Bella bronzer. It's amazing. And also, no matter your skin tone, no matter your skin type, oily, dry, problematic, mature skin, young lady, like super young, super youthful skin, I'm telling you, you'll love it. Lindsay, we are going October 10th through the 19th, I think. Excuse me. And we start in Greece and then end up in Rome or something. I don't know the itinerary yet. Or I do know. I don't know it by heart. I have it on my phone somewhere. Okay, so last thing, and tomorrow I'm getting the microneedling again, right? So that means she's going to do the needles and blah, 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 and do all the thing to help my skin. So I want to show you underneath my makeup. I'm going to take off one half. Oh, Lindsay, tell me all the things. Thank you so much. Yeah. I want to know all the things. We've been on 100,000 cruises, just not one in the freaking Mediterranean. That's going to be insane. So cool. Okay, let's take off half my face, and I want to show you. Now you can see the before and after. Do not let this makeup intimidate you, first of all. Also, I want to tell you, these are the Refresh Wipes, Saints Refresh Wipes. These have makeup remover in them, but also Saints Skincare, which is milk-based, lactic acid, naturally exfoliating, anti-aging properties, hydration, all the things. So if you're a lazy girl like me, like a little bit lazy sometimes, and you don't feel like washing your face, or you can't, or you just don't feel like doing it, if you cannot get to soap and water or cleanser and water, use the Refresh Wipes, because this is better than nothing, and it gets your makeup off, and it has the cleanser in it. So and the toner. It has the cleanser and the toner in it. And I just kind of go over my whole face. And this you can use on your lids. So I just kind of want to show ya. Before and after. See all the discoloration, which that's my main reason that I want to do the microneedling, is just the discoloration. So it really helps with that. And the texture of my skin has improved. It's a lot brighter, a lot less dull. But this is, see how it's kind of, it evens the skin tone without being super crazy. Do they do your neck too? Yeah, they come down here. So I actually had Kybella too, the Kybella injections, where they inject it into your, right here, your gobbler, and it like, basically, what does it do? It zaps the fat cells, and so it shrinks up, and between that and the weight loss, I have this excess skin. So yeah, they come down your neck. See all that right there? Out of all the makeups out there, I found Saint to be the least scary. It's probably because of you and how well you explain everything. I am so glad that you find it helpful, because I know what it's like. Like, I've seen what these influencers do. They're like, use this color and use this brush and do it like this. And then you try to use it and you look like you got gangbanged by Crayola or punched in the face by like a raccoon. Like, it's bad. And so you're like, and then we lose faith in ourselves. And then that's when we lose our confidence, because we're like, oh, she's so pretty and she did that so well, and I'm not good enough like her and whatever. This makeup this makeup takes that away. This makeup says, yes, you can. And I think that's one thing that empowers women. This makeup empowers women, not only because it's easy, but because it's duplicatable. You can take off your makeup, and first of all, when you take off your makeup, because it's hydrating, when you take off your makeup, your skin feels so good, hydrated, soft, like really nice. And then you know that you can get up in the morning and do it again. And it's really, really good. So, okay, let me show you this. This makeup, and you guys are so sweet to me. You guys know I've never had like, I mean, I've had friends before, but like I've never had such a group of women that were so just like friends to me. It was so cool. Have you heard if they will be doing another sale soon? Lindsay, it's not a sale, but Customer Appreciation Day is July 22nd. And as far as I know, there's going to be different tiers of a discount. So like, spend $100, get 10% off, and spend $150 and get 15%, and then spend $200 and get 20% or something like that. So it's like different tiers of like, spend this much, get this much off. And there's new releases, which, by the way, this is coming back. This is 3 years. This has been gone for 3 years. I recently just got my hands on one of these on the Saint Black Market. It's not really the Black Market. I call it the Black Market. It was just being funny. One of my friends of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of another artist had this palette, and I was like, gimme. And now they are re-releasing them. And there's one with the cool disco balls on them, so that's really cool. Lip and cheek colors, some glitter eyeshadows. I'm not crazy about, I do not want to demonstrate the glitter eyeshadows because the glitter gets everywhere. I'm not like, glitter is fun, but like not for every day. But they do have the glitter eyeshadow sets. There's gonna be the, you know, the makeup or the eyeshadow, somebody help me, the eyeshadow tile that like you swirl your eyeshadow brush in and it helps to collect the excess powder so you can go into the next color. They have one of those, but like, hey, thanks Cameron, check your DM, you'll get a color match form from me, so you don't have to wait. It should be just right there. Anyways, they have one in a half size, so instead of it being full size, it'll just be like half size, like this size. Yeah, my husband does not do well with glitter. Like, he won't even kiss me if there's glitter on my eyes, because like, my husband will not even go to a strip club, not even for like a bachelor party, because he's like, glitter, nope, not going, not interested. Like, yes, the brush cleaning tile, thank you, Amy. Words are hard. Okay, So let me show you. So do you see? Okay, so this is with my main shade. I have the brightening highlight, the contour, the blush. You can use as much or as little as you want. It's buildable. You just do whatever you want. But you know how I just showed you the bronzer, which I don't know what I did. Oh, it's right here. You know how I just showed you the bronzer? I want to show it to you on my skin just to kind of give you an idea. So without my self tanner, and now that I'm using SPF, and I'm not just saying, praise tan me Jesus, like, you know, whatever, like, praise the tanning Lord, like whatever. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that no more. I did that for 40 years and now I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. Should have listened. So now I'm using SPF, so I'm pale as a ghost, but I'm using my self tanner and I'm just want the micro needling, so I'm not doing it right now. But so this is with, you saw me just take everything off, right? 102 here, mine stays all day. Oh yeah, heat. If you're worried about it, don't ever be worried about heat. This makeup is no match for heat. I'm a private investigator. I do surveillance for hours and hours and hours and hours on end in a car that's 140 to 170 degrees on the daily, even when it's not summertime. And it's fine. I live in Tampa. It's fine. It's fine. I'm telling you. I sweat and I cry. It's fine. So okay. The brush, dust into your bronzer, right? Real lightly, like I was talking about for your freckle girls, for my freckle ladies. And look. See how it adds color without being super crazy, right? That's this dark bronzer. You see how it just added warmth and a little bit of color? Now imagine I have a crap ton more freckles, right? And it's just, look, see the freckles that I do have? They're not chalky or anything like that. And then if you use this as a foundation, like I just did, which you can use a little bit more, a little bit less. We also have a lighter like bronzer. You can use a lighter one if you want. And then you go in with your, look, we're losing this guy. He's a good soldier. You got to go, fella. He had a good run. So now when you go in and you add your dimension, so let's say you're super freckled and you added bronzer, you can add a foundation on top, but the whole point is to not layer. So now when you add your brightening highlight right here in your T-zone, so just kind of lightly tapping that, right? And do it a little bit here. So the whole idea behind this makeup is dimension. So we added the bronzer all over, right? Kind of dusted it all over. This will melt into your skin. Now we added the brightness right here under the eye, right? Not a whole lot, just enough to brighten it a little bit. I'm squeezing this and just kind of tapping it down my nose, right? So we're adding the brightness there. Right? And now we're going to add contour. So where the bronzer is warm and like sun-kissed, the contour is cool gray. See where I'm pointing right there? We're following that shadow. And so you can cheat too. So like if you want your cheekbones to appear higher, put your finger there and go above it. It's kind of a cool little trick. But anyways, you just tap your contour in there and then tap it up, blend up to Jesus. Do a little bit of contour along the top here. See how I've just added dimension, but I used bronzer as a foundation. And then you can add more if you want, whatever. Like literally, look. And see how light this makeup is? Like you can wear it really, 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 really light. And then, oh my gosh, Hannah, thanks for listening to The Dating Detective. We really appreciate you. And then you can still add more bronzer. Like if you use the bronzer as a foundation like I did, and then add your contour and your brightening highlight for dimension, you can build your bronzer just in the area where bronzer typically goes and just enhance the warmth there for added dimension. Blend up to Jesus. Blend up to Jesus. It's on merch. I've got it on merch. If you listen, y'all got to go to my merch store, and I got a Blend Up to Jesus merch, and we've got Don't Bend Your Freaking Bristles. We've got confused as a chameleon in a bag of damn Skittles. Like all this stupid, all willy-nilly, obviously. See what I did? I used this bronzer as a foundation, and then I added contour for the dimension, brightness here for alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I added a little bit of brightness down my nose, and literally you get that dimension. And I did not cake on any makeup at all. Nothing is cakey. It's very, very light, and you can, like, my skin tone is even, and you don't have to use a lot. And as I have this grandpa, we gonna get rid of him right now. He gotta die. He gotta die. He ain't, this fella, he's ruining my life. See this guy? Okay, he gone. Look! Look. How long is that eyebrow? That is like longer than my grandpa's eyebrow. I can't. He just kept hanging down. I had to kill him. Sorry. He had to go. He had to freaking go. I was like, oh, get rid. No. Okay. So anyways, really, really light. And then you just add dimension wherever. And then if you want to add a little bit of blush. Oh my heaven. I'm sorry. If you want to add a little bit of blush, whatever color you want to use, girl, use it. I'm telling you right now, some of these colors look atrocious and you're like, I'm not doing that. This color right here, Pinky Promise, you're like, I don't. Girl, hush your mouth. Look. See? Pinky Promise. Look how pretty that is. These colors are not insane. Like, they look insane here, but they don't look insane here. So when I tell y'all to get the freaking color, that means get the color. I can't have y'all running around all willy-nilly looking crazy because it's bad for business, and I just can't have that. And it's not good for nobody, and nobody's confidence is going to be great. And if somebody asks you, hey, where did you get your makeup? And I don't want you saying Mackenzie did if you looking crazy. So when I tell you to get the colors, because I know that you need to get that color because it's going to compliment you. I'm telling you. I mean, obviously, and also get whatever you want, but I'm telling you, like, maybe trust me a little bit, okay? This color right here is crazy color. It's called Grape right now, but on July 22nd, when they have the Customer Appreciation Day, it's being re-released with another name. I don't know why they did that. It's called like Lavender Skies or something. Like, what's wrong with grape? It's grape flavor. Like, I don't know what the difference is. Anyways, see? Look how pretty these colors are. They're not insane. I wouldn't put this on my lips because no. But you could, like, I'll show you. We gotta go light with this guy though, because on the lips, you look. Okay, so see, that's that color on my lips. Like, you can go really lightly. See, it's not my style to put it here. I always use a different color here and here. Can we get a rewards link still? Yes, if you need a VIP link, just remember, because Saint is changing the from the MLM model to just affiliate model. So if you have a rewards link, you can open it. You just have to close it by September 30th and redeem all of your rewards. So if you don't have a VIP link and you need one, yes, I can set that up for you. You just have to remember, like, use it. You just have to remember to close it out. Hold on a minute. Okay, so let me tell you the story behind Grape. So this color, right, in 2022, during the Customer Appreciation Party, it was a 90s party, right? And it was like, woo, 90, no, was that last year? Anyways, they came out with a fruit punch collection, and there was pineapple, tangerine, watermelon, and cherry on Customer Appreciation Day. And then they were all the lip smackers. Like, you could smell, like, they smelled like the lip smackers. So they were the lip smackers dupes. And so the next year, which was last year, they added Grape. And again, you open your box when you get it in the mail and it smells like lip smackers. So cool, right? So now, this year, Customer Appreciation, they're bringing this back, but now it's not called Grape anymore. It's just Lavender Skies, and it's unscented. The lip smackers is gone, which is fine, I guess. Like, I love the lip smack, but it's fine. But so that's going to be Lavender Skies, and then there's really pretty colors coming out. I don't know if they brought children in there and said, hey, what colors do you think we should mix to make a new color? Because they're all like, I feel like some of them look really familiar, and I'm like, did you just add a little bit of this to that? Because I don't know. But it's fine. Like, it's still fun either way. It's fun freaking makeup. Like, just have fun with it. But my point is, don't be afraid of the colors. If you see a color and you're like, I don't know, ask me for a swatch. I will show you that it is not as crazy as it looks. So, for instance, this grape color, I really have to dig my brush in here because this is not, like, it's not super pigmented, right? So to even get a little bit of payoff, I had to really dig my brush. And look, that's that purple color. Do you see why I tell y'all, when I tell you to get a color, you get the color? Do you see what I mean? But nobody listens to me. Everybody thinks I'm full of, like, hot rocks in my brain. But I'm telling you. Does this purchase go towards the amount needed for an artist on the appreciation day? What do you mean by that? The amount needed for an artist. What does that mean? The amount needed for an artist. Like, if you're trying to support an artist, or if you sign up as an artist, I don't, help me understand that better, please. Maggie, you not bother me at all. I just started my semaglutide journey. I'm feeling discouraged at 6 weeks. Okay, that's a really good question. I am not a medical doctor. Disclaimer, don't sue me for the information you're about to receive because I don't know. When I started, it took me several weeks to find my groove, like how much, I started in one dose and I didn't feel anything. So the next week I went up a dose and I was like, okay. And then I felt it for like a day. And then the next week I was like, okay, this is a little bit better, but then it was like 40. So it took me several weeks to get to a dose where I was like, oh, and then I stayed there for a little while and then I would not feel it anymore. So then I would go up, increase in dose. And so they worked with my body to determine like what would work for me until I found what worked. And then little by little I go up and now I'm just at like a maintenance dose. I got pineapple is scary, but so pretty. 10% of 100, etc. What do you mean? First of all, let's calm down with these numbers. Y'all know I don't math. But also, help me understand what you need. So I want to make sure I answer your question correctly. Jonna, hi. I'm so glad you're here. It's always good to see you. Oh, perfect, Jen. Thanks. I'll make sure to... Oh, do you mean for the rewards? So I can tell you exactly. Hold on. If you're talking about for like are you asking how much does a customer earn like in rewards based on the amount of the purchase? Because if that's the case, I can tell you. I don't have it memorized, but I can look it up real quick. So you have, once you hit $200, I know this, once you hit $200 in, like, and you can also refer friends, like you can make purchases, or if you have other friends that make purchases from your link, you can earn rewards on them too. That's kind of how they do like the parties and stuff. I'm not good at parties because nobody talks to me during those, so it's fine. But anyways, so the rewards are $200 to $399. So from $200 to $400. If there's any sales of that amount, you earn 10% in-store credit and one item at 50% off. So like choose the most expensive one, obviously. And then up to $500, you get 12% and two items at 50% off. And then up to $1,000 in sales on your link is 15% store credit and three items at 50% off. And then anything more is 20% store credit and four items at 50% off. So you would take the most expensive items, obviously. It lets you select what you want at 50% off. So that's the rewards. And so those, they don't expire. They never have. But because the business model, Saint's business model is changing, you want to close them out by September 30th before you lose your, and I'm currently working on sending out an email to all of my customers who have links and say, hey, you have a link with me and I want you to close it out before you lose your reward. So I'll make sure to send this out. Amy, I can look it up for you. You guys, anytime you have questions like that about your account, just text me and just say, hey, do I have a VIP link? Can you set me whatever? Like you can literally, on October 1st, you have to sell to stay an artist. Does the appreciation day count towards it? No. Okay. So I understand now. So Saint so thus far, Saint has been a multi-level marketing business model. So what I called a pyramid scheme, because that helps me better, like the pyramid, like you recruit whatever. I'm so ready for it to be affiliate. Anyways, so under the MLM model, they never required a minimum customer discounts too. Yes. So they never required you to sell a minimum amount, which I thought was really cool for an MLM, because I thought MLMs were like, but it really turned out to be not so bad. Starting on October 1st, as an affiliate, if you are an affiliate artist with Saint, you have to sell $500 worth of product within a 6-month period. So from October, November, December, January, February, March. So from October through March, you have that amount of time to sell $500 in makeup, or else you can't be an affiliate anymore. Which at that time, if you're not selling that much, then it wouldn't benefit you anyways. So no, to answer your question in so short story, long as crap, the customer appreciation sale will not count toward your sales minimum needed when you starting with the affiliate program in October. Words are hard. I have to block this fella because his profile picture is weird. I don't like it. I don't trust nobody, and I'm sorry, but no, let's not. Just don't. So Jonna, on July 22nd, there is a customer appreciation day. Do you guys call it a sale? It's a sale, right? Like if you spend so much, you get this % off. Hold on. I'm going to tell you all the things. Hold on. Pull up the old Google machine. Not the Google machine. I have whatever. Hold on. Okay. So customer appreciation day sale is, hold on. I need my glasses. I can't see. I can't see. Okay, spend $150 US. Canada is different. Y'all are different over there in Canada. Spend $150, save 10% on your order. Spend $200, save 15% on your order. Or spend $250, save 20% on your order. And then there's going to be a Stardust rollerball. And this is a delightful blend of pink guava and vibrant mango top notes blue. Just had a perfume stuff. Anyways, there's going to be perfume, like a rollerball perfume. So that's called Stardust Rollerball. And that's what we're... There's a Diamonds Are Forever lipstick, which if you don't know... This is Diamonds Are Forever. First of all, let me show you this. Saint came out with a dupe for Tom. This is Tom Ford's, what was this called again? Now I don't remember. Oh, the Balm Frost. This is Tom Ford's Balm Frost. This is Saint's Diamonds Are Forever. It's literally an exact dupe. It's just a balm. It's not colored or anything. So anyways, this is really, really pretty for a shimmer on your lips. So this is coming back out. People freaking lost their freaking ever-loving minds over this. So like, that's going to pop off like nobody's business. The lip oil, if you did not get the lip oil, you got to get the lip. It smells like birthday cake. And so if you are a girl like me who loves a sweet treat, this is actually a great alternative to no calories unless you eat it. Probably don't eat your makeup. It's fine. Okay. There's a Stevie eyeshadow, which is a glitter. So this one is new. This one's like a darker gray glitter. So this one's called Stevie. This is like a 70s theme. Okay. This one is Bowie. So it's almost like the Shenandoah, but the Shenandoah glitter is like a super like silver. This is a darker silver. And then this one's the grayish. So Stevie, Bowie, and then this is Cher glitter eyeshadow, which is, it looks like a coppery brown, which I'm really excited about. And the brush cleaning tile. This tile is where you take your eyeshadow brush. So like once you dip into like brown and then you're done with the brown, you swirl it around in your brush cleaning tile. And it's like, not like steel wool, but like it just like captures the powder pigment from your eyeshadow, and you can dip into the next color. So that one, so those 4 colors, you can get those in a Crystal Palace. It's called Poolside. I don't know why we're churching it up and changing the names. Like, don't church it up. Like, it's Poolside, but whatever. Crystal Palace Square Collection. And so these little 4 palettes like this. So these hold on, I'm going to show you. Hang on a minute. I got one. It's like this size. So it holds like 4 little eyeshadows like this, but it's this color. So these are from the 007 collection. So that's coming out. Let's see. Oh, the Mercury Compact Mirror. They blurred it out, but that's the mirror. And this is which, hello. It feels like a scrub day for you. Yes, kind of. Okay, so the compact mirror, like, Saint's packaging is legit. Like, Saint is very, like, basic, clean, black and white, whatever. Like, but I'm just, listen. Throw us a bone with the freaking pink, which I'm glad they did. It's fine. Okay, here's what I'm super excited about. I'm excited about Xanadu. Xanadu is Bella Bronzer, the one that I used on this face. Yeah, the Scrub Daddy. Thank you. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Xanadu is Glow Illuminator and Bella Bronzer mixed together. So I don't know if you guys are new here. I talk about the Glow Kit. If you don't have a Glow Kit, you need to get you a Glow Kit. Here's the Glow Kit. The Glow Kit is basically, is this it? No, that's not going to work out. Where's my freaking Glow Kit? I don't know. Oh, it's in my purse in the car. So the Glow Kit is basically Bella Bronzer, an illuminator, and like a blush color, and then like one of the like the brightening highlight, just for like touch-ups or maybe 2 eyeshadows or whatever. So it's basically just the 3 main, and then you choose your own. And so the Glow Kit is basically in lieu of, like, if you have, like, on this side I have no makeup on, right? If you take the Glow Kit and you do, hold on, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna learn you. So Bella Bronzer with, this is rose gold. The Glow Illuminator is darker than this one, but it's not dark to where you can't, like, even if you're a fair girl, you can still use it. If you take these 2 colors together, which is what they did, they mixed this one with this one, the darker one of this and this, mix it together so that you get a little bit of shimmer with your warmth. And so when you dust this on, see how it's warm, but also glowy? This is what this is basically Xanadu. So this is the new, these 2 shades together are basically Xanadu. So you have to get Xanadu. I don't care who you are. I do not care what color you are. I do not care how old you are. I do not care anything. Xanadu is going to be so gorgeous. It does not matter. Xanadu is going to be so pretty for any skin tone, any age. And you see how lightly you dust it on? And look at that pop of shimmer that it adds. You see what I mean? And then when you add that, so when you have this little 4 palette, and you have your Xanadu, which is just the bronzer and the illuminator together. And then you have, like, let's say a blush color. Give me, what is this guy? What is she? Pink grapefruit? What is this? Baby watermelon, right? So let's say you have the Xanadu, which is these 2 in one. These 2 together. So you have your blush color and your Xanadu in the little 4 quad palette together. Right? And then we're going to pretend that those are just like in there, whatever. So you put those 2 together and that's your new Glow Kit. And you take your blush, eyeshadow, the same brush that you just dusted on your Xanadu. And then you take this baby watermelon or whatever color. And now you add a little bit of that feminine touch of pink, a little bit of color. How freaking gorgeous. Hello. Hello. Do you see? That's just so you get this. Y'all don't make me cuss you out. Get the freaking Xanadu. Oh man, that's going to be, I'm so excited for that. Okay, so that's Bella with the glow. And then, Stardust. Okay, so they have the Stardust rollerball, but they also have the solid. So when I was in Mexico, so I earned Saint's Mexico reward trip that me and my husband went to in April, I think think it was the first weekend. Yeah, it was the first weekend in April. They gave us this as a gift. And I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So now they're finally dropping it for everyone. So this is called Stardust Perfume. We also have a Stardust eyeshadow, which is really pretty. Get the freaking perfume. This is a solid. So this looks like this. So this just pops into your palette and it's scented, or you can get the roller ball and just use it that way. Don't make me cuss you out. I'm telling you. I am wearing this color basic with this color legend. Legend is only available for July. Get 47 up. Get the freaking legend. Look how pretty she is. This is legend. Just get her. Get all of her. Like all the things. That's legend. That and you can top her with anything or mix and match her with like a nice matte like this basic shade. Nobody ever listens to me. Y'all just get these freaking colors. Oh my god. They're so pretty. Like there's nobody can't wear that combo. Everybody can wear that combo. Is it a little dark? Is it like a little darker drift? Yes, it's like drift, but a little bit darker. Exactly. A little bit more golden and less champagne-y. So I'm telling you, I think they let children in there and we're just like, let's mix a few. Okay, so this one is coming out. This one is called Disco Inferno. They called this a semi-gloss. Don't church it up. It's either a gloss or it's a matte. It's a freaking gloss, you guys. It's like a bomb. Anyways, Disco Inferno. That's the color. Semi-glosses are very, very sheer. Okay? Do not be afraid of the semi-gloss. Hold on. Let me see if I have one. Is this Tropicana? No, this is Desert Sunset. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. I have a... Y'all see me squinting without my glasses? Lord Jesus. Do I not have Tropicana? Okay. Anyways, the semi-glosses are like, they're fun. Like they're very, 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 very sheer. You don't ever have to be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get it because it's too whatever. No, it's not. Stop it. You're fine. Get it. Oh, here's Ballerina as a semi-gloss. See how it's just very sheer. Like, none of these colors are intense. Like, you can build them. Like, you can go super light or super heavy, but they're not, like, scary. These are little because you don't need very much. So these are little, but these are mighty. So you need very little product to get a big punch of color. So these are very light. Like you don't see it and you're like, oh, like I guess I need, like it's not as scary as it looks because I told you, but I'll never say I told you so. We'll both just know it. Okay, so that one's called Disco Inferno and it's a really pretty orange, but this one says it's between Tiger Lily and Jolene. So let's talk about Tiger Lily and Jolene. Jolene. J-K-H-I-J. I put them in alphabetical order. It's not working out. Okay, so this is Tiger Lily, and then Jolene's just a little bit more orange. I can't find anything now that I'm needing it, but it's fine. And then this one is Pink Slip. Pink Slip reminds me so much of watermelon, which was one of the lip smackers. God, Mackenzie Jean. Y'all, I can't talk at all. I'm so sorry. Is that so annoying? I can't say no words. Yes, Lindsay, it's called Hollywood. Hollywood has the same type of glitter like Jolene. This is watermelon, which it's a little dirty. But this is what I think that one looks like. See what I mean about them not being intense? That's watermelon, and I think this is the one. And this one says, yeah, okay, inspired by our watermelon. I didn't even read that, and I was like, oh, I know that shade. Y'all, I know this makeup like the back of my hand. I'm gonna need y'all to put some freaking trust in me because I know what I'm doing. That's very aggressive. Yes, so Lindsay, Hollywood is gonna be for you if you love Jolene but need a pink. H-I. What am I doing? I literally have every single color right here. It's fine. That's the eyeshadow, Mackenzie. Oh, bless it. Oh, bless it. Okay. y'all. Here we go. Okay, so this is Jolene. Tiger Lily and Jolene. There they are together. So let's put these ones on just for funsies. So this is Jolene. She has a little bit of shimmer, although you can't tell. So yeah, totally. So in the makeup world, you call highlighter a highlight. Like it's a highlighter because it's a shimmer and it adds a pop of highlight, right? At Saint, we call them illuminators. But the highlights, like the actual like what we call highlights, this is Jolene and Tiger Lily together. Stand by. 1 second. Stand by. 10-4. That's Tiger Lily with Jolene together. So that's what the new shade is kind of going to look like. They're churching it up and adding all these. I don't know why, just for funsies. But anyways, it's called Pink Slip. And then Lavender Skies is grape without the scent. I need pink lips for my pink background wall when on virtual calls. Oh, I like that idea. Okay. So at Saint, the company does not call foundation, concealer, contour, highlighter. They don't do that. And here's why. When Cara Brooke created this, when she invented this makeup, she said, I don't want faces are not one color. So we don't need just one color as a foundation, right? So the idea behind Saint is not just taking one color and slathering it all over our face. So she said, I want this to be highlight and contour, but in an easy way, so that women can do their makeup easily. And so what she said was, let's highlight the different areas of the face with different colors that it needs. So we're highlighting with a main highlight. So we call foundation the main highlight. So we're on the main areas, we're highlighting with the main highlight shade, right? The brightening highlight is how we are brightening this area. So we're taking different colors and using them in different areas of the face to highlight that area. So in this case, it's our main highlight, our brightening highlight. And so those two shades are called highlights. For me, this highlight color might be someone else's brightening highlight. This highlight color for me, my brightening highlight, might be someone else's main highlight. Like someone who's super fair might use this as a main highlight. So at Saint, the highlights are the main shade and the brightening highlight. So main highlight, brightening highlight, foundation, concealer. Basically, to put it in terms that people understand, the highlights are basically your foundation and concealer. And so the reason that she called illuminator, the reason that she didn't call highlight the highlighter, the reason she didn't call the shimmer part, so the illuminator is this shimmery guy who see how it has a really pretty shimmer, and when you pop that on the high points, it enhances the glow, which is what we call highlighter in the makeup world. But in Saint, we call the highlights the foundation and concealer, and the illuminator is the bright, like that pop of glow, that pop of shimmer. So that's the difference at Saint, is that you'll never find a category on the website that says foundation, because in Cara Brooke's vision, your foundation is all of these colors in different areas, highlighting different areas of your face. That's the whole idea behind 3D foundation. That's why you see everything IIID. Did you guys know? I didn't know that IIID meant 3D until like 3 months after I became an artist, because I'm a little bit slow. It's fine. But anyways, yeah. So that's the whole idea between the illuminators and the highlights. Saint is the best, easiest makeup. Same. I think a lot of women feel that way. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because I just feel like there's finally a way for like women to do makeup that's easy, that is attainable, that they can duplicate every day if they want to. Like, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Oh, I got the burps. I'm disgusting. What's the best way to remove it? Of course, Deanna, let me know if you have any questions. You can just text me or, I don't know, call my mom. I don't know. Do whatever. You can get a hold of me. I'm always available. I'm always accessible. Like, I don't do that thing where it's like, oh, you purchased from me? Okay, bye. I hate that so much. Okay. The best way to remove your makeup. This makeup has no alcohols in it. so it doesn't dry, like evaporate from your skin, leaving you with just pigment. This makeup doesn't set or settle or cake or anything. You need very, very little to get a full coverage. A lot of women say, I need full coverage, like 100%, whatever. But what they don't realize is you actually need more colors and less layers. That's the whole concept, is that you don't have to use as much product, right? So it's not really hard to remove. But there are, like, instead of scrubbing your face, like I don't typically go straight to like soap and water. I usually use a makeup remover wipe and kind of like wipe off the excess first. Or when I'm in my bathroom, I use the Peach and Lily Ginger Cleanser. You get it at Ulta. It's called Peach and Lily. It's an orange bottle, and it's the Ginger Melt Cleanser, I think it's called. When I'm here, like, just because this is waterless, I use the Milk Makeup Remover. I think maybe you're supposed to use water. I don't know. I don't. It's fine. Or worst case scenario, or not worst case scenario, just another option, the Refresh Wipes, the Saint Refresh Wipes. These have the skincare in them. The Milk Skincare, lactic acid, anti-aging properties, naturally exfoliating. Nobody exfoliates anymore. Y'all know y'all don't exfoliate. Don't lie. These naturally exfoliating. Yeah, and you can use really anything to remove it, but this is just a makeup removing like balm, and I just kind of wipe it all over. But it's not super intense to get off, but it also doesn't rub off easily. Like it doesn't necessarily like transfer super easily. Like my son and I have tickle fights all the time, and I'm always like, got him in a headlock, or he's got me in a headlock, and my makeup never transfers. Like it always stays put. Same thing with my husband. Like I lay on his chest and I hug him, and I canoodle up to him, and my makeup never ends up on his shirt. If you take a nap, a lot of people are like, I took a nap and it's fine. Like it just doesn't come off easily. The texture of it is hard to explain because a lot of people think, oh, cream makeup, it's wet and oily, and it's just not. Like it's not at all. It's really good. So I just used this Milk makeup. I really do like this stuff. This is what it looks like. It's just got like the little balm stuff. You can see I got some makeup in there, but it's fine. Anyways, we have each other in headlocks. Yeah, he's 10. Like listen, my son loves to roughhouse. Like that's what we do. We just hang out, and like he's like, Mommy, tickle me. And so this is the Saint Refresh Wipe with the skincare in it. I just kind of wipes away. Everything just kind of comes off. You can do it however you want though. There is nothing better than cleanser and water for your face. So I wouldn't use, even if you're a lazy girl and you use these Refresh Wipes, it's better than nothing. But if you can stand it, use a cleanser with water. It's usually always the best bet. So when my baby was little, when my son was a baby, I would tickle him, and he'd say, Mommy, it tickles. And I'm like, what tickles you? He's like, you're tickling me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Mommies don't tickle their babies. That's crazy. And he's like, yeah, Mommy. And so to this day, I'm like, he'll be like, I'll tickle him because he loves tickles. And he'll be like, Mommy, stop tickling me. And I'll be like, Mommies don't tickle their babies. I'm not tickling you. We're just snuggling. And so that's our fun, like, silly thing. And so that's like why I said that, like, now it's more than just tickling. Now it's like we have each other in headlocks and we're horse playing, and I've got him hung upside down by his ankles, and he's laughing, and it's really funsies. So that was our whole thing. And so yeah, we just put each other in headlocks. It's no big deal. And now I'm bro, by the way. I'm bro. My son's 10, so I'm bro. Like, bro. I just found out that, like, my Fortnite game is, like, whatever, and I can get a new skin, and I don't know what he's saying. I don't understand. But he just goes on about that stupid... I don't get it. But anyways. Yeah. Mommies don't tickle their babies. Okay, so I just used that makeup remover, the Milk makeup remover stuff. This stuff is really good. If you want the link to this, I'll get it for you. It's on, I can get it for, you can find it on Amazon, but I'll send you the link if you want. Anything that you want that you see me use, usually I try to get a discount code, like the glasses that I got, and just anything I buy that I really like, I usually reach out to the company and say, hey, you know, I really think this would resonate with my audience a lot. Do you have a discount code or an affiliate link that I can offer to them, you know, to share it or whatever? And sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Like sometimes they won't respond, but it's just whatever. I'll tell you who needs to do a deal with me, and that's Excedrin, because y'all have been getting some headaches. They need to do like a massive deal with me. I would talk about Excedrin all day because I eat that like it's candy. Boys are the best. Wait until he can pick you up and move you out of the way. Oh, he's not allowed to grow up, so don't say that. He's grounded. Every time he has a birthday, I'm like, if you have another birthday, you're grounded. You're not allowed to grow up. You gotta be my baby forever. He's like, Mommy, I have to grow up. And I'm like, no, you don't. He just doesn't stop. His feet, he wears my shoes now. He can wear my shoes. We're in the same size shoe. Like, by like half a size. It's crazy. Okay. So, definitely clean, like wash your face every day. Y'all, if you're being lazy, it's totally fine. Like, I get it. Be lazy. Just keep these by your bed and be like, oh, I don't feel like getting up, but I need to just grab one and at least do that. Okay. Because the more you sleep with your makeup on, the more it ages your skin, like the less your skin can breathe, and just clean it. Yeah, they're not allowed to grow up. It's illegal. I always joke, I'm like, I'm going to give my son coffee and cigarettes to keep him little. I would never, don't call cops on me. I swear I would never give him coffee and cigarettes, but it was just a joke, y'all. Please. I hope nobody took offense to that. Oh Lord, I'm so nervous, Nelly. I'm nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Somebody's gonna report me for something silly I say, and I'm gonna have to defend myself in a court of law. My son will be 34 and he's still my baby. Oh, the baby. Tell him happy birthday. The baby birthday. Anyways, okay, so, sorry, a couple of tangents, but thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, so July 22nd is the day, is the Customer Appreciation Day, and you're going to benefit from a lot of the new products and the new palettes, which, listen, I don't know why they're renaming everything, but it's fine. Like, we're starting fresh, so it's fine. I get it. Like, let's start fresh. But anyways, get a free color match for this makeup that I use. When I tell you it is literally the coolest makeup ever, like, you'll absolutely love it. I just think it's a great way for women to finally have empowerment over how they feel in their makeup. And I'm happy to present it to you and share it with you and teach it to you and do all the things. Jonna, happy early birthday. Oh my gosh. Are you a Cancer? Are you a cusp? Is that what it means? Like if you're like I don't know much about astronomical, whatever signs. But I do know Cancer because that's me. But are you, the 27th, like at the end of the month. So is that like a cusp day where you're like Cancer? What's the next one? Gemini? No. What's after Cancer? Leo. Okay. So what is the cutoff day from Cancer to Leo? Like what is the day that's like a split? Do you know what I mean? I think it's if you're a Leo, is it like the 23rd or something? And y'all, don't ask me what it means when they say Mercury is in retrograde. I don't even know what that word means. John is like, I don't know. My birthday's the 27th. That's all I know. I don't give a crap about the rest. I'm a Leo. Done. I don't know. Don't ask me questions because same. I do not know. The 21st. Okay. So the 21st is, so you're way past that. Yeah. So you're like full blown Leo. I don't know what any of the personalities mean on those things. But anyways, get a free color match. Get the refresh wipes. If you need to hit your like when on the 22nd, the July 22nd, whenever they have that like spend so much and you get a discount or whatever, add the refresh wipes to meet your threshold for the next tier or whatever. I'm telling you, your skin will love this stuff. It's really good. When you start using this makeup, you'll notice an improvement. And then as far as I can tell, like I don't personally use the same cleanser or toner, but I do use those wipes. It has the same stuff in it. It's just for me, like mentally, I like to feel like the wiping of it off, and that's why I can get with those and not the cleanser. But anyways, if you like start with the makeup, and you'll really see a big difference in your skin, and then add the Milk skincare, and a lot of people really seem to like it. Does Saint ever do preset eyeshadow palettes? They're doing that for the customer appreciation party for those 3 glitters and the little oh, Lord, what's that? Mackenzie Jean. The makeup tile, the brush cleaning tile or whatever. So whenever you purchase that set with that palette, then that'll come as a set. But typically, no, unless there's like some kind of special where, hey, buy these colors together or whatever, it's all individual. Yes, your palette credit will count with the new palettes. Yes. So when you add makeup to your cart, you'll get a palette credit, and those will count toward the new designs as well. I hope they're not limited edition, but I'm sure they are. Whatever. It's fine. What do you do? I'm just going to get like one of everything because I can't decide. That's mean to make me decide. So get a free color match. Reach out to me with any questions you have. Thank you for letting me share with you guys about like my weight loss journey and about the makeup that I love and just all the different products that I use and things that I really personally like. One thing that you'll find about me is that I hate gimmicks. So I will never promote something that promises like an instant, like whatever, unless I've used it and I'm like, oh, that really does work fast. And then I'll show you like, this is what I mean. But other than that, like, don't trust anything that says instant anything. But I like one thing you'll find about me is that I don't BS around. Like if it's stupid, I'm going to tell you it's stupid. You guys, I sell Saint makeup and I'm a top seller in this company, right? And I do not use the skincare, and I sell hardly any of the cleanser because I don't use it. But like the refresh wipes, a lot of people buy those because I talk about them and I tell them about it. So you can count on me to be like totally transparent with you about everything. I'm not keeping no secrets. I want to be able to sleep well at night knowing that I did the right thing by everyone. And I'm someone who's kind of a rule follower, like to a fault. Like I'm someone who will just always, no matter what, even if it sucks, like I'm going to follow the rules because I'm a nervous wreck and I'm paranoid, which is probably why I didn't spend a lot of time smoking weed in high school because I was paranoid. Like I was like, we're in trouble and I'm a bad person. And like, it was real bad. Wait, HIJKL. I'm putting these in alphabetical order. So anyways, that's one thing that you'll get here. So if I don't spend $150, yeah, Jonna, the prices will all be the same across the board. It's just if the more you spend, the more you save. I guess that's how you say it. So like once you hit the threshold, like the $250 in your cart, you'll get a discount of the 20%, and then it just the tiers below. So like if you spend $150, they give you a 10% discount on your total order. 200 is 15%, and then 250 is 20%. So anyways, I'll be sharing more about this in my beauty group. So join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP, and just connect with us there. That group is amazing, full of amazing women. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.